Hello, everyone. Welcome back for some more. Let's read Tsukihime. We're continuing on Ciel's route. We had let's say, a chance encounter with her. Well, someone looking like her. I gotta wonder if we're even gonna get, like, the explanation. There were people who said, hey, if you do Ciel's route first, if you fall into that, there's some confusing stuff that doesn't get explained. I wonder if we're even going to see Arcueid and she'll be like, yeah, I sent you over a sex reward demon. Like, if we don't get that, that'd be very out of nowhere and very confusing. Yeah, it's a good thing we did Arcueid first. Unless we do, I don't know. I don't know. This is a whole different thing. Bow in the sky, bow in the sky, whatever it is totally different than what we had with Arcueid. So let's uh let's take a look and see where this goes. Let's get a reading. Oh boy. It's just like it's rainy out. I have coffee in front of me, which you won't see me sipping because if I sip it, it looks like I'm eating my hand. Cause like when I go to sip, it's like oh right, like it's that like that's not even all the way up to my face. And that looks weird. But I have it and I can enjoy it. And reading a visual novel right now, oh, it is just brings back memories of reading Fate for the first time. What a wonderful memory. Anyways, let's get going. So, bow, bow in the sky, one. Well, let's what is your immediate reaction to that event, my friend? Morning. I dazedly opened my eyes. Oh boy, it almost feels like someone was playing a French bread game with me. Sunshine pours in from my window, enveloping the room with a warm atmosphere. I stare down at my hands. They are a little sweaty. Hey, that's normal, dude. You know what they say, play hungry, play sweaty. That's how you go to Evo. My body is drenched in sweat as well, as if last night was incredibly hot. Oh, but you gotta open the window then. Sleeping with the window open. That's the good stuff. Actually, never mind. Attack crows. Nope. What's more, I'm panting heavily. Um, alright. Need to calm down. First to catch my breath, then to close my eyes. This is my room. It is before 7 in the morning. I am the only one here. And of course, Senpai is nowhere to be found. Just as she said, it was all a dream. Yeah, I know. I know it was a dream. Now that I'm calm, I know she wouldn't ever do anything like that. She's a good Catholic girl. She would not tie me up with leather and then proceed to basically force me to enjoy it and accept that I may have a crush on her. Slightly problematic. Still hot, so eh. Then that means what happened last night was not real. Hi! A little deep breath. I don't think that was the intended sound. All the same, I definitely feel the vestiges of her touch lingering on my body. That I cannot say that with trying to keep a straight face. I mean, look at me. Can I ever keep a straight face? The joke is the kitty mouth. Like the sensation of her booberinos as she embraced me from behind in her underwear and her dancing fingers on my poingy. I know it was a dream, but it felt too real. Makes me think it was real. All the same, it's gotta be a dream. I can't tell if that's something I should be happy or disappointed about, but it's all just my imagination anyway. But why? Why did I see that kind of dream? I know Senpai is my important friend. Oh, what a Japanese phrase. I've heard that in so many things. You are my important friend. I think literally... Oh, you know where I heard it the most? I watched all of Digimon Fusion, as it's called here, but Digimon Cross Wars in Japan. I watched all that, and every episode started with "My name is Kudo Taiki," and Digimon are important friends. Boy, that has a very different meaning now. Though, I mean, have you seen Boss Daemon? I want her to be my important friend. But does having a dream like that mean I see her as a woman too? Doth I see her as a real female? Just thinking of it, the overly real memory of her skin rushes back. To make sure I'm not still dreaming, I hug myself. Well, that's good to do in the morning anyways. It's good for your self-confidence, my friend. Yeah, no, this is definitely real. Her skin was so fundamentally different from a guy's skin, like the... I sure hope it would be, bud. So soft, so warm. And she was really mean. She was. She forced a lot of stuff. Just thinking about it makes my breath go wild. Well, maybe I went through a lot of bad things, but it's true that it did feel exceedingly good. I should feel a bit guilty dreaming about doing that to Senpai, but I recall the dream and just sit there thinking about it. Don't you dare flash it. Don't you dare show it. Don't show it. Don't show it. But then, Shiki-sama. Wah, 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 wah. I flail around off my bed as if trying to escape. No, in fact, I was trying to escape, but it just ended with me lining up on the floor with the sheets. Hisui! How long have you been there? Since before you awoke, Shiki-sama. She speaks with her usual lack of expression, so she saw me hug myself. Oh, I wonder what she thinks about that. Still lying on the floor, tangled in the sheets and unable to stand, I look up at Hisui's face. Before I woke up. Then that means Hisui saw my face while I was having that dream. My face turns deep red. Hisui just stands there, expressionless as usual, and makes no attempt to speak. Did I look strange? I do not wish to describe it. Uh-huh. I knew it. I must have looked really weird. But if you insist, Shiki-sama, I can describe it as accurately as I can. No, you don't have to do that. My face still flushed. I speak in a fading voice. Hisui-san? Give a cough to clear the silence. Adding san to her name is a clear sign of my vulnerability. What is it, Shiki-sama? I'm going to change. So would you mind waiting outside? Or rather, I'm so embarrassed, I just want her to leave. But Hisui doesn't obey today of all days. Once I can confirm you are awake, I will leave the room, Shiki-sama. Is she joking? Why does she think I'm covering myself up in these sheets? It's to hide something that's still standing. My. Fight stick. Oh, no, I forgot I took off the stick from it. The joke is ruined. No, the joke is ruined. Oh, no, because then I can... Oh, my stickless fight stick. Alas, some jokes are not meant to be. I'm fine, so please leave. I can get up. Yeah, you can, bud. But I won't get back to sleep. I'll change and go to the sitting room as soon as you leave. Shiki-sama, are you hurt and unable to stand? Hisui approaches me out of worry. No, that's not it. I can I can stand, so don't worry about it. I crawl, pulling my sheets like a slug and gain some distance from her. Using the bed as a barrier, I could get far enough away. Then, please excuse me. Do you think she even knows? Do you think she even knows, like, about erections? I feel like she doesn't. But Kohaku absolutely does. That's just how I feel. I will prepare your breakfast, so please come after you change. She's got to be suspicious, but she bows and leaves the room. Sigh. I was so surprised. The contents of my dream were surprising enough, but knowing Hisui saw me while I was dreaming is very troubling. Or is it my own fault for having that sort of dream about Senpai? Ah, I guess it is my fault. With a good person like Senpai, why did I have a dream like that? I give a sigh of self-loathing. Buddy, I'm gonna be real. Even before we know that this is like a succubus spirit thing that like was totally sent on purpose and it's not your fault, you can't control your dreams. Like last night, for instance, what did I dream about? Oh, nothing too much. Just that I had this tiny like sheet of paper, but it was imagine like, oh, like cue cards and all like tied together. And there's about 4 of them, but you could like line them up into like, you know, like a little key ring sort of thing. But it was alive. It was alive. It was a living pieces of paper. And you'd hold it and it would like kind of move around in your hand. It would undulate. It would unfurl and open up. And you can't see my fingers. I just realized, oh God, what is this ball? But regardless, it would like move and stuff, right? So I would take this thing and I was like, what is it? It's alive. And it turns out there's a whole race of people who live in our society that are tree people. And you can't really tell. It's not obvious, but there are tree people that are everywhere. And like, you know, a certain percentage of the population is secretly a tree person. It's basically the rock people from Jajolian, but if you don't know what that is, don't worry. You'll get to that one day. Regardless, I got, so then I had this living bit of tree person. Maybe it was a tree person, I don't know, but anyways, it was warning me that the king of the tree people was going to attack, and it was going to attack a school. So it was my job to try and warn the people that this tree king is coming to attack, and they didn't believe me, which is fair. Even showing them the moving paper, they didn't believe me. That's honestly understandable. But suddenly, this tree, the size of like the Empire State Building, starts moving and like destroying buildings throughout the town. It's just going through them, right? And it was my job to try and stop it. And how did I do it? I don't remember what Saber was there, so she probably did it for me. Anyways, does that have any meaning for me? Absolutely not, other than I still love Saber. She's still my wife, and I love her. So, I think that's all I got from it. I just wanted to share that dream, because it encapsulates what I love about dreams, in that they don't mean anything. They're just things that happen. So, let's keep on reading. Don't give yourself a sigh of self-loathing. It's just parts of your brain firing off, my dude. But I can tell I won't forget that dream anytime soon. Hopefully not with flashbacks. After calming down sufficiently, I head to the sitting room. As usual, Akiha's sitting on the sofa, elegantly sipping tea. Good morning, Nissan. You are certainly up early this morning. She must be happy I woke up, because she greets me with a smile. Yeah, good morning. There were, well, a lot of things going on this morning. As soon as I say that, I suddenly recall the memory of Senpai's tongue. This isn't good. I can tell my face is blushing beyond my control. Nissan? A brief clamor. What's wrong? Your face is red. Do you have a fever? Rushing over to me, she looks up at me from below, but in doing so from this angle, Akiha sighs. You do seem to have a fever. Kohaku, come quickly. Nissan doesn't seem to be well. Akiha calls out to the dining room. Kohaku-san has to be preparing my breakfast in the kitchen. I'm fine. It's just a minor cold, so don't worry. If it is a cold, then I can't let it go by. For you, a trivial illness is a big deal. The strength of your immune system is much lower than most people's. Akiha seems to be fed up and puts her hand on my forehead. The sensation of her cool, delicate hand. Ah, that's the sound of that there. This isn't good. This isn't good at all, so I break loose and run out to the lobby. Footsteps echo as I dash. I like to imagine him just doing a straight up like throw break. Like a Street Fighter style throw break. I keep making these references, but now that there's an actual fighting game that I keep cutting to, they're not even jokes, they're just references to that now. Footsteps echo as I mash forward to dash off. Shiki-sama, have you finished your breakfast already? No, that's not it, but where's my bag? I have your bag here. Are you already going to school? Nodding, I snatch my bag from Hisui. I'm going. Don't worry about seeing me off. Zip zoom, here I go. Jump, air dash out of this room. Nissan, you're acting strange. What are you doing with that fever? Jeez, I told you it's nothing. Since it's nothing, I'm going to school. I'll have breakfast later, so leave me alone. Leave you? Hey, Nissan. The sound of my fleeing footsteps is my only response. Question. I had a thought. I had a real thought. A real thinky think. Is Shiki a tsundere? Now, don't laugh. Think about it. I think my man is actually a tsundere. Huh. It actually makes more sense the more I think about it. He's more of a tsundere than Rin, I'll say that. Even if it is a Kiha, she wouldn't chase me this far. Since we're not kids anymore, she won't stop me from going to school. Woo! Take a deep breath and I'm finally able to calm down. What am I running for? Running away for? Once I calm down, I think clearly. I didn't do anything wrong, so there was no need for me to run away like that. I don't believe it. I look like a complete idiot. But to go back to the mansion and eat breakfast sounds more dumb. To school then, letting out a sigh, I go downhill along the residential street. No big, slow steppies. You have already viewed this scene. Bless up. Oh, this is seeing her. So we surprised her from behind before. Let's go talk with her because she wants to talk with us. Well, hey, if she's walking around my classroom like that, maybe she does want to see me for something. I wonder. She normally just walks in without hesitating. Or did she finally realize it's strange for a third year to come to a second year's classroom? Remember, when we surprised her last time, she, went nuts. No, that definitely can't be it. Nodding to myself, I go to the hallway. Senpai! Tono-kun. Senpai seems surprised, rather surprised I called her, and stands there with her mouth open. What are you doing? Class is about to start, so why are you still hanging around here? Senpai looks at me in amazement, then looks away. What am I doing? Well, that is not any of your business, Tono-kun. No, well, maybe it isn't. No, I was lying. It is, a little. I thought she was looking away, but she starts sniffing me. I can dig. Senpai? Having her stare right at me like this makes me remember my dream. Tono-kun? What's wrong? Your face is turning red. It's nothing. Just, had a real bad dream. Got tortured. I don't feel very well. I think I'm honest as I don't feel... I think I'm honest as I don't say I don't feel bad at all. Tono-kun? She looks at me with a very serious expression. Senpai? I'm perplexed. I feel as if Senpai is reading my mind. I remember more and more of last night's dream. Tono-kun, you said you had a bad dream. What does that mean? Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. It doesn't mean anything. This is none of your business. Don't worry about it. I'm asking what you're doing here. What is my business? Tono-kun, you didn't sleep well last night, did you? Well, she was right, but... Senpai, how do you know about that? Because your face is all red. I don't know if you're sick, but you don't look well, Tono-kun. Oh, whew. I see. I was surprised for a moment there. Well, she guessed right about last night, so, like, I thought... About this dream, Tono-kun. Are we really continuing this train of thought? Please tell me what kind of dream it was. This is my worst nightmare. Senpai asked me again, and she hasn't given up. Fine. It's not a big deal, really. Just, well, you were in it a little. I answer reluctantly. All of a sudden, I was in it. Senpai gets mad. Senpai? Senpai quickly takes a step back and stares away. Takes a step away and stares at me. Senpai looks like she wants to say more, but she just gives a quick bow and runs away. I tilt my head in confusion because did she smell the succubus on us? Oh no. Then the homeroom bell chime echoes through the hallway. Oh, this is going to eat away at Tono all day. At lunch break, that guy who didn't show up for even a single class arrives. Yo, Tono! Food! Let's get some food! He's happy about something, being more energetic than usual. Of course, food. But you seem to be in a great mood. Did something happen to Arihiko? Yup. I just asked Senpai if she wanted to eat lunch together, and she refused. That's odd. Senpai must be referring to Ciel-senpai, but this guy seems to get happy when his offer is refused. Hey, Arihiko, you have that sort of taste? No, I'm not finished. So I asked Senpai why not, and she said if Tono-kun is there, then I don't want to come. I hate how when I'm laughing and looking towards my microphone, it doesn't detect. So it's like it doesn't like me doing his laugh. Isn't that great, Tono-kun? That's odd. Why have I been friends with this guy since middle school? Oh man, she really hates you, Tono. Arrival sauce is my gain, so I'll treat you to lunch today. Arihiko happily slaps my back. Well, I'm happy you're treating me, but Senpai was angry at me? Huh? Well, after she asked, will Tono-kun be with us, I nodded, her face turned all red. As soon as she heard her name, her face probably burned with anger. Probably? Isn't that a little different, Arihiko? Maybe. Maybe not. Arihiko's story can't be trusted. Certainly Senpai did seem angry this morning, but I don't know why she would be. No way. She couldn't have realized what dream I had. She's not some type of dream eater. Some dream diver. God, if you could dive into my dreams, you would see the wildest things imaginable. If she could figure that out from one conversation, she'd make a great detective. Hey, stop whining and let's go, Tono. There's only enough seats for half the people using the cafeteria. No, Oh. Oh. Well, I'm a papa save. I'm gonna go see Senpai. I'll pass. I'll go buy some bread and eat by myself. Really? Then I'll go ahead. Arihiko goes off to the cafeteria. Well then. Oh, this is gonna be mundo awkward. I also get out of my chair and head out to the tea club room where Senpai may be. I stand before the tea ceremony room. Of course, I brought some food for myself before I came. Knock, knock. Tap on the door. I hear some scuffling inside and a person on the other side. Yes, who is it? I can hear Senpai's voice through the door. It's me. Senpai, would you eat lunch with me? There's no answer. Senpai, I said lunch. I'm not eating with you, Tono-kun. The voice doesn't sound happy at all. I'm not sure what to do. I have some curry bread. I pull out my secret weapon. Tono-kun, do you think I could just be bought with food? Senpai shouts from the other side. Well, maybe this less than 100 yen bread didn't work. That means it's literally less than $1. Jeez. I think trying to barge in would make her more angry, so I guess I should just go back. And then, well, I guess I'll have some, though. She opens the door and stands in front of me. I like that. She's like, you think I could be bought with food? Because the answer is yes. Absolutely, I can. Senpai. Come to think of it, I shouldn't be taking this out on you, Tono-kun. Turning away a guest that came here would be a little rude. Wow, she is so blushy. With a red face, she mumbles something like an excuse. So the interesting thing, I think we did do this with Arcueid as well. But the difference is, of course, this time we had the dream with her. And we're on her route, so. Senpai, does this mean we can eat lunch together? I don't mind if you take it that way. If you like this room that much, please come on in. Senpai goes into the tea ceremony room. Following behind her, I walk inside. Start to eat with Senpai. Even though I get the impression that she was in a bad mood from Arihiko and her reaction earlier, it doesn't seem that way. Senpai, I heard this from Arihiko, but you're angry at me? How come? No, I'm not really angry at you. It's more of an indirect thing. Maybe it's more your insensitivity. Wait a sec, Senpai. You're normally a hard person to understand, but today you're even more so. If you're angry at my insensitivity, that's fine, but what do you mean by maybe? Senpai, you don't understand how you feel? She sighs. I'm a little unsure. I'm not usually concerned with myself. Senpai almost sounds apologetic. Probably, I don't like myself. Senpai? Senpai sits in silence without looking at me. After a short moment of silence, she suddenly glares at me. More importantly, Tono-kun. Yes? Straightening up, I look back in her eyes. So I know she's about to begin a very serious conversation. What is it, Senpai? Can I have that curry bread? What's with that all of a sudden? Didn't you say you wouldn't be bought up by food? That's a different matter. Tono-kun, are you trying to take back what you said earlier? Senpai's really angry. It was a joke for me, but I guess she took it very seriously. Yes, I understand. Please accept this, Your Highness. I hand over the curry bread. Giving that up, I only have some sausage bread left. Yay! Senpai happily takes it from me. Is she a kid or something? Then I will give you some of this hamburger. Here you go. Senpai says as she gives me half of it from her lunch. I think the difference in this barter exchange rate was a little high. Hamburger's good, though. After we finish our meals, we pass the time sipping tea. A perfectly tranquil passing of time. It seems like she's not conscious of my presence, and I'm not especially conscious of her presence either. Just a calmness. Like two friends of the same gender, we pass the remaining break time like this. Hey, Tono-kun? Yeah? What is it, Senpai? I've been thinking about this for a while, but your glasses aren't used to correct your vision, right? Wow, you're amazing, Senpai. Bullseye. They're just for show. I knew it, Senpai nods. Are we gonna learn that hers are as well? Because if so, I don't know if I can handle that to my heart. Wait, give me a moment. Just give me a moment. I just need to check something. I'm turning around. Okay, well, she most certainly does not wear them in her battle outfit, so they probably are. I had to look at my figure. I had to double check because I didn't want to Mandela affect myself and like, yeah, no, she wears her glasses even in that. No, she doesn't. No. Anyways, hey Tono-kun, can I ask you a favor? Senpai looks expectantly at my eyes. Not so very much my eyes, but my glasses. Just once, could you take off those glasses? That would be troubling. Take these glasses off means I would see those lines, and more importantly, I don't want to see the death of this person close to me. I can't do that. Unfortunately, I've never taken these off in front of others. It's kind of like a vow, so I'll reject your request. I answer clearly. Wow, that is a firm, but like not mean stance to say. I like that. I like that. Senpai slumps disappointedly. Maybe you say so, then I guess it's not possible. Yeah, because of these past 8 years, I never took them off in front of other people, but that's right. That ended. With these eyes, I saw the death of many, many things. Hello? What am I looking at? What is this European town? Tono-kun? Yeah, what the frick was that? What is it, senpai? What do you mean, what is it? Suddenly spacing out like that. Lunch break is almost over, you know. Oh, hey, yeah, that's true. I thought we had 10 more minutes. Yes, we did have 10 minutes. But you were just spaced out for that long. Senpai gathers up the cups. Huh. Was it really 10 minutes? Still tilts in my head in curiosity. Help Senpai tidy up the tea ceremony room and oh, that's tough to be cleaning with your head tilted the whole time. Huh. We didn't see that last time. Classes end with plenty of time to spare. Well, I mean, the answer's obvious. We want to go to the tea ceremony room, right? Let's go check in with Senpai. See what's up with her. I hurry to the tea ceremony room. Senpai has her hand on the door as I arrive. Senpai! Tono-kun. Are you going home now? No, I thought I'd talk with you a little bit. You're going to have some tea right now, right? I was thinking of joining you. No, I'm going home now. I have something to do, and this month club funding is getting a little low. I see. All those tea snacks were bought with club money. Come to think of it, a club that can buy snacks with its own funding has to be wonderful. So I can't keep you company. Tono-kun, do you have any plans after this? Me? Well, no, not anymore. Well then, care to walk with me to the front gate? Yeah, oh yeah, it'd be my pleasure. Senpai grins and nods and walks by my side. We decide to walk together for 5 minutes to the school gate. It's cute. Without any serious talk between us, we arrive at the school gate. Well then, see you tomorrow, senpai. Raising one hand, I start off in the road in the opposite direction from her. Oh, please wait. I have something I want to ask you, Tono-kun. Huh? Yeah, what is it? Yesterday, you said there was someone that looked like me. I kind of got curious, so I want to hear a bit more about it. Her eyes burn with curiosity. But to me, that's not something I really want to recall. Sorry, I don't want to talk about it. It was just a mistake I made, so it's okay. I look away from Senpai as I give a vague excuse. Is that so? Senpai quickly ends her questioning. But you saw that person late at night, right? Tono-kun, I think walking around late at night, I think walking around late at night like that is pretty dangerous. Those serial killings have been continuing, you know? If you met that serial killer, well, that'd be terrible, wouldn't it? I mean, yeah, but I could take him. I got combos. Maybe. Senpai, you worried about me walking out late at night? Yes. You're a good person, so you're the type that'll get easily tricked and put in danger. Senpai looks like she's seriously worried. Yeah. Yeah. Her concern makes me extremely happy. Oh, thanks, senpai. But it's alright, the one behind those incidents is gone. Yeah, gone? What do you mean? Ah, crap. Nero is a secret between me and Arcueid. I can't talk to senpai about it, and besides, it's no use telling her about it. Yeah, that's right. It is dangerous to walk around at night, really. Anyway, from now on, please stop walking around at night. You're a good student. Yeah, I know. I'm not sure about being a good student, but I won't play around at night anymore, like you say. Senpai stares at me. Does she not believe me? She doesn't seem convinced. I get it. Then I promise. Stick out a hand. Senpai, I owe you one for that time, so I'll do as you ask. So, it's a promise. You want to shake hands? Yeah! I mean, we're a bit too old for pinky promises, so we'll shake hands. After standing there perplexedly, Senpai takes my outstretched hand. I understand. It's a promise, Tono-kun. Shakes my hand up and down. With those massive fingers, they just like curled around my entire wrist. Well then, goodbye. Let's meet again at school tomorrow. Wrapped up in the sunset, Senpai disappears. After watching her go, I decide to walk home too. Here we are. I walk up the road and back to the mansion. It's not quite 6 o'clock yet. Buddy, you could say it's 5:45. I mean, you could just like say that. Still an hour until dinner, so I kill some time in my room. But doing what? Oh, I guess homework. That's a thing people have to do now still. Rip. Dinner is over and it is now nighttime. A rare event, Akiha, Kohaku-san, and Hisui are all sitting in the sitting room, so I join them for some after-meal tea. Is that so? I like the second one rather than the first one. I think the taste is more refined. It's a difficult choice. The difference in taste is great, but everyone handles the different concentrations in varied ways. But Kohaku, you like Japanese tea better, right? I think Hisui prefers English tea. Wow, I can't believe the one in the kimono prefers the Japanese tea, and the one in the Western maid uniform prefers the English tea. Who could have imagined that plot twist? Hisui-chan does not mind blends that much. Do you mean blends? She may look sensitive, but Hisui-chan is... Nason? Sensitive like she looks. See, there isn't anything she can't do like cleaning or sewing, Shiki-san. Kwaku-san suddenly engages me in the conversation. Hisui's glance seems somewhat scary somehow too. Why are you suddenly telling me that, Kohaku-san? Because Hisui-chan is your servant. You surely know about her sensitiveness, right? Well, she did, like, floor me when I touched her. I quickly look over at Hisui. Hisui stands there with, quietly, with something like an air of attack around her. An aura. No, I don't think she's that sensitive. She takes care of things quickly when I mess something up, but doesn't get angry like someone else when I come home late. Nissan, don't you know it is perfectly natural for someone who breaks curfew to be scolded? I know, but isn't 8 o'clock like a bit early? Not little kids. Let's make it like 10 o'clock from now on. I refuse. You don't have any reason to stay out that late anyway. It's not like you have cram school or a club to attend. Huh. Can't really rebut her when she brings that up. Someone free like me coming home late means that I'm out playing around. Shiki-san, it is as Akiha-sama says. It's dangerous out there recently, so please don't go out at night, okay? Dangerous? You mean those serial killings? Yes, Kohaku-san nods. Almost makes me laugh. One doing that Nero's no more. But the only ones who know that are me are an Arcueid. Other people are still frightened about the shadows of the dead killer. Well, buddy, you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn something fierce real fast. This morning they found another victim in the shopping district. That's the 11th, the 11th victim, the 11th victim. Wow. 11th. That's amazing. That's a baseball team. Wait a minute. Quacker-san. Yes. What you just said, is that true? Yeah, it's true. It was in this morning's news. It seems like it happened last night, but just like all the others, all the blood was completely drained. Wow. That's weird. Because Nero's dead. How can someone who died 2 days ago kill someone the day after? No way. Did he not die? Well, that's definitely not it. He definitely died. So how come Then maybe. If the vampire roaming the streets disappeared, but the incidents are still happening, and the only vampire left in the city is her. Good night, Shiki-sama. Yeah, good night, Hisui. Door shuts softly and I'm left in the room alone. Another victim appeared. Another victim killed by a vampire. Well, it can't be Arcueid, right? She says she doesn't suck blood, and more than that, I don't think anyone who acts that human could do that. I spent 2 days with her, but I can't believe she would do anything bad. With her prettiness, her great smiling face, well, she couldn't have sucked someone's blood and discarded them on the street. But there's been another dead body found. I should just meet her once more and ask about it. Saying that out loud, I quickly act on it. I take the knife I used to fight Nero and sneak quietly out of the mansion. Going out into the street, I start to search for Arcueid. Okay, so we're not done with Arcueid. We'll still see her, which makes sense. She is the main character. My lungs feel like they're going to burst. I stop running and catch my breath. My body, which was running non-stop until now, wheezes to try and suck in more oxygen. Just big suckies. My panting fills the air. This is no good. I can't find her. I ran down the street into her place, but I still couldn't find her. And that Arcueid. She's always around when you don't need her, but when you try and find her. I speak those words selfishly. It's been 4 hours. It's almost midnight, but I still don't see Arcueid anywhere. For some reason I thought optimistically that I'd find her easily once I started looking for her. I want to see her, and when we last parted, she did say, "See you later." Shit, where did you go, Arcueid? For some reason I'm getting very annoyed. I keep thinking I'll see her soon, but I don't. This is killing me. I thought we'd see each other again. What is that? It's like I'm in love with her. No, not on this route. That... Whoa, that's stupid. Why do you have these memories, my dude? Forcing a grim smile, I shake that thought from my mind. Huh. Why did you see that there? Where would you gain that information from? I'm curious. Definitely curious. I'll check out the park. If I don't see her there, I'll go back. Taking a deep breath, I walk to the park. 2 nights ago, the park where so much happened, the park where I parted with Arcueid. Huh? There's something different about the park. It's blue. The lampposts are off. The lampposts throughout the park are all turned off. The moonlit park seems more solitary than usual. Huh. Is it a power outage? Look around me. Outside the park, the lights are all working. The only lamps not working are within the park itself. Clang. What was that just now? I can hear something. The clamor sounds like it's coming from a fight. I'm curious. There's no basis for this, but well, this late at night, if there's any sort of trouble going on, I think it has to involve her. Alright. Trying as hard as I can to be silent, I head towards the source of the sound. I can see 2 figures facing off. Someone is wearing dark black garments, and I can't tell who it is. But the other, I can easily tell the other. White garments and golden hair that can be easily spotted even in just the moonlight. Arcueid! Arcueid is being attacked by this black human shape. The black human shadow is carrying something like a sword, and it isn't like a simple fight. Sword in hand, it jumps towards Arcueid. Arcueid deflects the blade, coming in towards her chest with her hand, and lightly contacts the chest of the black shape. In the next instant, the sword-wielding shape flies through the air like a soccer ball. Thump! Roll, roll, roll. Falling down the brick path in the park, keeps rolling as if easing the fall. But to be more accurate, it rolls right toward me. It's dark and I can't tell, but in front of me the shape stops rolling and regains its feet. A sharp, cut-off voice. Fascinated by this display, I let out a breath of admiration. Suddenly, the sword-carrying figure ceases all movement. I'm seen. The figure finally seems to realize I'm here, and then it leaps toward me with sword in hand. The cutting blade of the sword rapidly arcs towards my throat. This speed, this flying speed, this accurately surpasses that of Nero's beasts. The shadow's movement is as fast as Arcueid's when she was tearing apart Nero's beasts. The sword pokes lightly at my neck. Thump. My heart accelerates to a feverish pace. I don't even have time to think of the danger to evade. My thoughts are filled only with death. The sword doesn't pierce my throat, but suddenly stops. Oh, Tono-kun. Senpai! Our voices overlap. Both our voices are drowned in disbelief. Ciel-senpai and I stare at each other in amazed shock. Shiki, get away from her. Arcueid's voice calls from afar. Arcueid dashes towards us. Senpai glares at me with eyes that seem to belong to another person. Like that, she turns and runs off. Why? Senpai is completely gone. That black figure. Senpai wearing those dark clothes. That person who saved me 2 days ago when I was nearly killed by Nero's crows. But Senpai said that wasn't her, so why? Shiki. I suddenly realize Arcueid is in front of me. Arcueid. Are you alright? Did she do anything to you? She's like Senpai before. She looks at me intensely. But that doesn't matter. Did she do anything to me? I touched my neck that had a sword on it till now. There's a light, sharp pain. The finger that touched my neck is faintly painted red. Senpai's sword has cut my throat only a few millimeters deep. What is going on? Why would Senpai attack me? Why? Why would she glare at me like that? Isn't it obvious? You saw us trying to kill each other. She is someone who operates in complete secretly, so she hates for an ordinary person like you to see what was happening. Arcueid says that unbelievable statement. Kill each other? Why? How come? Why would you and Senpai do something like that? Lost in pure shock, I can only manage those words. In the first place, I didn't come here to ask that. I wanted to ask her, Arcueid, about something, which is why I was out here in the first place. I don't know. I only came to see you, so why are you and Senpai trying to kill each other? Shiki, you came to see me? Yeah. It's something I wanted to talk about, so I was just looking for you, so why did it end up this way? I don't know. My head is just spinning. Please, could you tell me what's going on, Arcueid? Oh, I was just simply fighting that person from the church. It isn't something that concerns you, so just forget about it, Shiki. It does concern me. But first, what do you mean by the church? Explain it so that I can understand, like a 5-year-old, with very low attention. Arcueid doesn't answer. She mulls it over until she nods. Yeah, sure, why not? Since you're that worried, I'll tell you. It really doesn't concern you, though. Do you really want to hear it? Yeah. No matter what it is, I won't mind. Oh? How enthusiastic. I actually look curious about why you came to see me, though. Come on, please hurry. I want to hear about that person. Arcueid looks a little angry. I don't even think about why she would look like that all of a sudden. My throat still hurts. Senpai. Well, Ciel-senpai pointed a sword at me. All I can think about is why Ciel-senpai would do that. Fine, then I'll tell you. The dead apostles are vampires that tried the utmost to conceal their existence. In order to live, they must suck the blood of humans, so victims will always appear as long as they exist. But there's not too many stories of people getting killed by vampires, right? Do you know why that is? Arcueid, I didn't ask about vampires. I'm trying to explain it to you in order, Shiki, so please answer, okay? Look, even when vampires kill people, they try to hide it from the surrounding society that people like you live in. They try to hide themselves. They seek to hide themselves and try as much as possible using magic and other things to camouflage the victims to make it appear natural. Do you know why? That's because humans aren't stupid. They find out monsters like that exist where they live, they'd attack them. Even though humans are weak, they do have things like police. There is such a thing as vampires, and an effort would be made to protect people from them. Then people would stop walking around at night like what's going on right now. I think they would try to hide themselves because that's inconvenient for them. Well, I guess that's true, but the police are only a law enforcing group among humans, or against humans. We don't consider them at all. But it's correct to say that vampires hide their presence for the sake of self-preservation. I think we got this speech a little bit with in Ark's route, but it might be recontextualized a bit to see what's new. Shiki, there is a natural enemy of vampires. A group of something like professional killers that now have the power balance in their favor. It's true for other transcendent species, but especially for vampires, it is fatal for them to reveal themselves. Even if a vampire made a secret kingdom in a village somewhere in the mountains away from all civilization, this natural enemy would definitely notice if victims keep increasing. Vampires exploit the humans in secret for no reason other than self-preservation. The vampires hide their dead victims' bodies, not out of fear of human society finding out, but in fear of these natural enemies discovering them. A natural enemy? She means someone that fights against vampires, like Senpai, who was wielding a sword against Arcueid. So, they aren't human either? What are you saying? Their natural enemy is without a doubt you humans. Natural enemies? Us? Yeah, starting from a long time ago, humans used many kinds of magic, the occult, magical ceremonies to create an organization, and started to eliminate primates other than humans. The greatest of these is Christianity, the pride of the Vatican, the exorcists. I still want to know so much more about what primates are there other than humans and vampires. That concept is so interesting. What else is there? Well, I guess, do beastmen count? Because those exist in the Nasu-verse. There's tons of beastmen. But what else? What other primates could there be? And I mean, monkeys are fine, I guess, because they're still around. I don't see Christians killing monkeys much. Occasionally. They do a little monkey bashing here and there, but that's about it. Just interesting. The Catholic Church always viewed non-humans as impurities, but vampires are considered the most dangerous. There are many religious groups in the world, but the Catholic Church looks at vampires with more hostility than the rest. The Catholic Church looks at a lot of stuff with more hostility than the rest. Like legumes, or wearing clothing woven of two fabrics, or 13-year-olds who've kissed someone. Get your stones ready. You know, it's almost an obsession. They're so insane, I don't even want to mess with them. Yo, same. Arcueid lets out a sigh. You should know what I'm getting at by now. The one who tried to kill you was a member of an elite organization that hunts heretics. This group, the Burial Agency, is part of the church. They use their own strength rather than law to deal with contradictions to Christianity. These hidden exorcists are more like professional killers. Being the ones which crush contradictions, their existence is a shadow, and so they do not come out in front of people. They are a section that should not exist within the organization called Christianity, so they kill all those that discover their existence indiscriminately. Yeah, you know, you're not wrong about it being a contradiction. There's many parts of the Bible that are like, hey, don't kill. And these burial agency things are like, yeah, no, kill. That woman, it seems she is named, now called Ciel. Now called? Is that not her name? That's interesting. Probably came here to hunt down the vampire in this city. Her sense for the enemy is far better than mine. She says it's in an irritated manner. I don't have any words to say. Senpai is some sort of an exorcist who's hunting vampires, I just can't believe that at all. That's almost as ridiculous as vampires. Oh, wait. Because Senpai is such a gentle good nature. She can't kill. She's not someone that can handle such things, unlike me. I love killing. It's great. That's a lie. That's a lie, Arcueid, because Senpai's an upperclassman at my school. So how would you say she's some member of the church? Hey now. Shiki, you know her? Arcueid draws near me as if telling me she won't allow that. Of course! I gave her curry bread this morning. She's a third year at my school. I've known her since I was a first year. Wait, since I was a first year? Huh? Something's wrong. Come and think of it, how long have I known her? I don't even know which class she's in. I try and remember, but I don't have any memories of her before that day when I found her mending those splints. I really want her to just have gaslit us into believing that we've always been friends. I don't want there to be any magic. I don't want it to be any sort of, oh, I have the mystic eyes of perception or something. No. I want it to just be, she just gaslit us so hard. Thank you very much, Tono-kun. Because she smiled as she said it. For some reason I feel like I had always known her. Well, this can't be true. First of all, the strangest thing is that Senpai was called Ciel, like it was natural to be called so, but no one calls her with a different name. She was only called Ciel. How come no one ever doubted such a name? Arcueid, about Senpai, about that person. Who is she? Didn't I tell you? She's a member of the burial agency. She's a newcomer who entered only 8 years ago, but maybe she has great abilities. Does that mean that they have 10-year-olds? Sorry, like 9-year-olds doing burial agency stuff? Because that's wild. I have a hard time believing that. She's an agent already having a seat in the perfect number, the 7th. I don't know what that means. I don't quite get what Arcueid is saying, but the number 7 perfectly is a certain number. It is a good number. I like that number. Whoa, hello. Hello, what am I looking at? A number ice. Whoa. What is this statue? I can't tell. Huh. A number isolated from the others. In its solitude, it has nowhere to go. Why is it isolated from the others? Is it because 7, 8, 9? The classics never get old. Isolation, isolation. Since it is perfect, the Apocrypha, named with that number, refuses reincarnation. What the frick is an Apocrypha? Sorry, hold up. What is an Apocrypha? I'm Googling this, because I don't... What is an Apocrypha? Apocrypha. What the frick? Apocrypha are the books by the early church as part of the Greek version of the Old Testament, but not included in the Hebrew Bible, but excluded by non-Hellenistic Jews from their canon. What is the Apocrypha? Biblical Apocrypha. Didn't I look this up in Fate Apocrypha? What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Okay, Apocrypha, 14 books of the Apocrypha. So let's see here. The 14 books of the Apocrypha are, oh my god. Oh my god. I just want you to know that I looked up the thing and I found a book that says the Apocrypha books. 14 biblical books you may not know exits. I was very confused. Okay. Why we reject the Apocrypha? The word Apocrypha means hidden. Okay. So why did we remove them? Actually, no one knows for sure. The apocryphal books come to be part of some copies of the Old Testament. Many, however, think these extra books were added when the New Testament was translated into Greek. Why don't we accept them? Let's see here. It just says they don't believe it. Okay, but what are the Apocrypha book numbers? Because I want to know. This is something that I've taught religion class, and even then, I'd never talk about this. So 7 is Ecclesiasticus, or the Book of Sirach, otherwise known as the Wisdom of Sirach, or Ben Sira. I feel like I'm going down a wild rabbit hole that I don't need to right now. But okay. The Apocrypha named with that number refuses reincarnation. I don't quite get it, but for some reason these words repeat inside my head. I like how he was just like, why am I getting beamed with religious knowledge? That's right. The members of the burial agency are highly skilled, so it's easy for them to use suggestion against someone who can't even resist. Oh, I was really hoping it was some just real gatekeep gaslight girl boss stuff, but no. That woman was probably deceiving you all in order to stay in your high school. A suggestion like hypnosis? Yes, it can't be a very complex order. She probably used something like something simple, like don't doubt CL. Yeah, that's it. I always felt something was wrong from the beginning, but as soon as I would see her again, those doubts would disappear. Feeling it is natural for her to be there, wasn't that one of Senpai's characteristics? I understand, but there's still something else. You said Senpai is a member of the burial agency, so why is she fighting you? They only fight bad vampires, right? So, there isn't any need for you two to fight, right? They only fight bad vampires, such as those that suck the blood of humans and cast their bodies away. Arcueid, you... Huh? What, did I do something? Arcueid looks directly at me. I can't think it. I don't want to think that this person would ever suck human blood. But the truth is, the incidents are still occurring. Furthermore, Senpai, an exorcist from the church, is trying to kill Arcueid. Arcueid? Don't tell me the killing yesterday was your doing. That's why you and Senpai were fighting. I grit my teeth. I speak those heavy, painful words, as if I were confessing love towards a girl I like, which I'm not because it's not her. Shiki, are you serious? Even I don't want to believe it. But then, who did it? Nero's dead already. So that leaves only you, right? I'm filled with regret as soon as I say those words. I still like her. She saved my life, and those 2 added days were still a lot of fun. So I don't want to separate her with her like this. But if she is the killer vampire, And then smack! My head is hit with a fist. Shiki, you idiot. Arcueid, I wouldn't normally let it be settled with just this, but since you look so pitiful, I'll let that be enough. Smiling, Arcueid hops back. Shiki, you're a great person. What? Having her say that suddenly makes my cheeks flush. And in addition, you're so honest. I like those things about you. Arcueid smiles happily. Seeing her like that, well, I can't imagine her sucking on someone's blood. Arcueid, so... Yes, I'm not the killer. It's the work of some other vampire, not me. The knot in my chest disappears. It's just whoop, 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 whoop. It unravels. I see. I knew it. Arcueid didn't do those things. I see. It's the work of another vampire. That's a relief. Wait, hey, that's weird. Hold on, Arcueid. You said it's another vampire, but isn't it odd for vampires to come out one after another? What are you saying? There aren't any new vampires. But Nero isn't alive anymore. Or is there anyone else that does something like that? Oh, I see. Oh, Shiki, you made a really big mistake. Arcueid gives an amazed sigh. You see, the serial killings you're talking about was always the work of just one vampire from the very beginning. So no new will come, and Nero is unrelated to those incidents. Eh? Nero is unrelated? What do you mean? Just like I said, you're normally pretty sharp, but You're lost at some points. Yeah, because, you know, this is... I mean, well, we knew this already, but... Think back, Shiki. Nero was a vampire, but did he ever suck human blood? Well, suck blood? Well, he ate human... Oh. Oh, yeah, huh? I see. Why didn't I notice such a simple mistake? The victims of the serial killings are found with their bodies drained of blood. But Nero was different. He didn't leave any dead bodies behind. He only drank the blood, but also ate the meat, leaving no trace. To prove it, the people eaten by him in the hotel room were treated as missing people, not killed people. So that means it is something completely different. Wait. Then, what is serial killing going on right now? Just, who's doing it? That's a different vampire than Nero. To be more specific, that vampire is why I came here, and Nero came here following me. It's that sort of correlation. Well, so, the one you're after wasn't Nero after all? Yes, I didn't ever say he was my initial target. I was his target, but he was never my target. My target is the one called the serial killer in the city. I gasp in shock. Not me, because, I mean, I knew, because I'm pretty cool. But it really is just as she says. She said her purpose is to kill vampires, so I thought it was Nero she was after. So what is it? Killing Nero that night was pointless? It wasn't pointless. You fought in my place. Well, if you didn't kill me, you probably wouldn't have had to fight in my place, or in the first place. I feel a little dizzy. In other words, those vampire killings had nothing to do at all with Nero, and it was the work of another vampire. Yeah, that's right. But that's my problem, so you don't have to worry about it. But more than that, hey! With an extremely happy smile, Arcueid looks at me as I stand there in surprise. How was last night? Oh, it's happening again. Who came? Huh? What does she mean by last? Oh. Okay, so this was awkward the first time, but it's gonna be even more awkward this time. It's like, who was it? Oh, you know, that chick that was just killing you? Might have been her. This is gonna be great. I'm so excited. I don't understand what she's talking about. After all, I'm the idiot who mistook Arcueid's words and made such a stupid mistake, so of course I don't understand what she's saying, and, did Arcueid ask me who came last night? Arcueid? What do you mean by last night? Huh? That's strange. I know I sent you a dream familiar. Wait, huh? What's that dream familiar thing? It's like a familiar that lets you see a dream about what you desire the most. You're a male, so I sent you the succubus. Wasn't it a good dream? A good dream? That was... I remember the realistic dream I had and my face turns red. That was your doing. Arcueid grins even more. Crap. If I stayed quiet, this conversation would have been over, but since I reacted so strongly... Yeah, so you did get it. So what kind of dream was it? The dream familiar was supposed to take the shape of your greatest desires, so it felt really good, right? Oh god, does that mean he actually desired to be tied up by her? Oh no. What kind of dream? That's... Wait, hold up. Wait, hold up. Did the dream familiar mix the concept of suggestion, that is, binding him with it, to, like, turn it into the bondage one? Because it's not that he desired it, it's just that because the concept of Ciel in his head is intrinsically tied with the suggestion of not disobeying her, does that mean that it, like, combined the two to turn it into that? That'd be interesting. That'd be pretty neat. I doubt I'm the first one to possibly come up with that idea. I highly doubt it, but if it's true, then even better. I came up with a cool new theory. Look at me. I'm John Tsukihime. Oh, I'd die before I said it, though. Arcueid, it doesn't concern you, so leave me alone. I look away from her and refuse. But Arcueid keeps saying, come on, over and over. Come on, tell me. You can at least tell me who you dreamed about? She asks like a curious kid. Every time I turn away, she keeps jumping in front of me saying, come on. Please just let it go. There was something wrong with that dream. Even now that... I don't know why I saw that dream. Arcueid says it's my greatest desire, but I don't want to think that's what it was. Oh, maybe it turned into a nightmare. She does tend to write the story to her liking when fond of her target. She's only a novice, so I guess it can't be up. You bought me a cheap one? It wasn't even a good one? You got me the novice? Oh. I mean, I guess it was free. It's a gift. I shouldn't look a gift succubus in the pussy. I'm sorry. Oh god, that's the worst thing I ever said. Arcueid thinks out loud. Writes the story to her liking? What do you mean? I'm saying she interprets your desire in her own way. That dream familiar I sent you was just a child. She's a what? She's a what? I sure hope you mean, like, comparatively so. If it's like, oh, she's... Is it better if she's, like, 300 years... Oh, no. Oh, but she likes to play pranks. Oh, no. Oh, no. I see. Well, that's a relief, I guess. That's right. That dream, it couldn't have been what I wanted. Well, there goes my theory. I let out a sigh of relief. With this, my innocence has been proved, but... Arcueid, why did you send me such a thing? That's too much. Even for harassment. Huh. I wouldn't harass you. I sent you the dream familiar to thank you for defeating Nero. I really am grateful to you, so I thought it'd be great if I made you happy. Well, I'm happy you were grateful, but no matter what, I'll pass on that sort of thanks. It's a bit weird. It's like when your friend is like, yo, thanks for the homework, bro. I sent you a good old big boob porn file. It's like, I don't know about that. That's a bit weird, dude. Oh, come on. Are you saying you can't accept a person's goodwill? Hey, you're not a person. You're a vampire, Arcueid. Oh, that's true, but... Arcueid slumps her shoulders. How do I say this? Arcueid is very open in expressing her emotions. Being happy, being angry. She changes her expression so quickly, it's actually kind of charming. I said she was a vampire, but she really does look like a human, enough to make you forget that fact. Hello, lights. Oh, well, yeah, no, that's actually what's happening. The lampposts are turning back on. The previously dark lamps spring back to life. The park, lit only by the moonlight, gradually becomes brighter. It seems that woman lifted her barrier. It was supposed to prevent anyone from entering the park, but it seems like you could pass right through. Oh, interesting. Huh? You mean the power outage was Senpai's doing? Yeah, it's one of their specialties, letting people stay away. Oh, that's actually kind of neat. It really has nothing to do with us. It must be a bounded field, right? Huh. By the way, Shiki, I want to ask, but what do you think of Ciel? With a cold voice, Arcueid suddenly asked that. About Senpai? Well, why do you ask that, Arcueid? Oh, nothing. I just hate that woman. We were supposed to meet and exchange information, but I got irritated during the conversation. We ended up trying to kill each other. Kill each other? Why would you end up doing that? In the first place, Senpai isn't a vampire. Why would you try to kill Senpai? That's my line. She's the one who struck first. What? The one who struck first was Senpai? That's right. She said, I knew it was pointless, I just can't allow your existence, then she attacked me. She may look very calm, but all the members of the burial agency enjoy fighting. Oh, it's a perfect match for us then. You can't let her fool you too, Shiki. What? Enjoy fighting? Does Senpai really... Shiki, you were fooled by her up till now, right? So why are you saying things to help her out? You know she was tricking you, since you didn't know anything, and pretended to be a normal person. Don't you feel a little angry at being used? Arcueid glares at me. That is... certainly I'm shocked that Senpai is different from normal people, kind of like Arcueid. But I don't feel like I've been tricked. On the contrary, Senpai's helped me out many times. Even though I know about Senpai's identity now, I still think of her as Senpai. Eating lunch with her, talking about stupid things with her and Arihiko, walking with her to the school gate. All of it is so much fun. Alright, and I'm going to say it one more time. This is something that can be greatly enhanced by the remake. It's been like a week. It's not even been. Like, it's been so short, the amount of time. It's been like a few days. Like, it doesn't felt like a lot. To get to this sort of idea, you do need more time to elaborate on it. So them taking and expanding, expanding out the campaigns, I think is a great thing, because then you get this deserved thing of, oh yeah, I love hanging out with her. And it's like, well, it doesn't really matter if you've done it like 3 times ever, and it's like, that's it, right? So that's something that I'm looking forward to. It's like, I know there's some people like, oh, I hate how much downtime there is in Fate. It's like, oh, you mean establishing of characters? I love that, right? So I want to see more days of normalcy, of shenanigans, I like to put it, because then that lets you go into really establishing these relationships in a way that feels organic and real, right? I guess there's a suggestion part, which is like, oh, you're meant to be believing that they've been doing this for a while, but it's like, just how I feel. But yeah, so, because he's done it like 3 times, like max, right? You can't really form a habit after 3 times of something. It's not how it works. So if I could, well, it would have been better if I didn't find out about her. Shiki, that's me. Whose side are you on? Mine or that woman? Well, I'm sorry to say, Arcueid. This time around, I am on her side. I feel pressure. Her eyes are the source. Now she isn't like a human, but more like an animal hunting its prey. It seems Ciel-senpai is an unforgivable enemy for Arcueid. That's why she glares at me with such fierce, hostile eyes. As if saying, if I am her enemy's friend, I will be Arcueid's enemy as well. Arcueid, well, I have trouble answering. Oh. This is interesting. I'm going to say that Senpai is dear to me, and die. Despite all this, don't even want to think that Senpai is my enemy. Senpai is my dear friend. Enemy or ally, I can't label her like that. What is this? Oh, she's not happy. Then what am I to you? What? You're someone I can't leave alone, and, scratch my cheek. Someone I can't leave alone, and I'm concerned about her in a completely different way than Senpai. Even tonight, I was simply looking for her, but I was getting so frustrated when I couldn't find her. It was something like feeling worried about a loved one. Buddy, wow, you keep doing this. You're on the wrong route. No, there's no way that's true. Certainly she's beautiful, but why do you keep having these memories? Look, just give it a rest. Why do you ask me about that anyway? How can I know? Being screamed at irrationally, she screams back at me irrationally. Fine. I don't know you at all, Shiki. Hey, hold on. Where are you going? It has nothing to do with you. Don't follow me. Was she really that angry? Arcueid walks away without even turning around. Her figure quickly fades into the distance. So where does she plan on going? What is this, taking it out on me like that? Yeah, she's the one who sent me that dream familiar, and I'm the one who should be angry. Did I do something to make her angry? I don't know. In the first place, there's no way I can understand how vampires think, let alone a woman. Ugh. Arcueid got mad and went somewhere by herself, and I asked her what I wanted, so I know I should go back to the mansion. My feet don't even move one step back. My logic tells me where I should go. My heart doesn't listen. It's been said a million times, but the feelings of love and hate, they have nothing to do with logic. Aw, man, geez, damn it. Why can't I just leave Arcueid alone? Arcueid, I said wait. Raising my voice, I chase after Arcueid, who keeps on walking. Surrounded by night, I'm going to call it a part right here. I was thinking of continuing. I'm like, this could go on for a bit longer. So you know what? We're going to call it a part here, guys. We will see you next time for some more. Let's read Tsukihime, where we try and tell Arcueid we don't love her. I mean, we like her, but we don't love her. Not like Ciel. That's the truth. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. But anyways, we'll see you next time then for some more. Let's read Tsukihime. See you next time, guys. Ciao. That's the wrong hand. There we go. Ciao.